Welcome back, YouTube. Today I'm going to be going over stuff on the TRX. It's going to be the interior lights. So what we got is we have the Oracle lighting for they call it like the accent lighting. So it comes with this controller here, which is Bluetooth controlled. Here's it's just positive and a negative. You take these here, they're like T-taps. Those are going to get tied in with the 12-volt outlet that is above the at the very top of the radio. These are also color coded, so there's a red and two blues, and then in here there's the lights. You got there's two blues there, and then this one's red. The lights are, one of the lights is different than the other two, so that would be the reason for that. It does come with an extra fuse in here. There is a 10 amp fuse already in here, so that must just be for spare. To get started on it, the first thing they have you do is pull this out. So you got this little rubber piece that sits in there. You just pull that up. There's two screws in there, and after those screws are removed, you just grab. I know the screen is dirty. I gotta clean it. So you just yank this back, and you have a light above the starter button. Behind here, there's a light. There's a tube light that runs along there. You can see it right there, and so there's a light there, and then there's a light on this side behind this vent. And from in the video, it looked pretty simple, and it actually is. So you just grab it and pull it out, and there's the light plug right here. So as far as disassembly, that's about as intense as it gets. The first thing I'm going to do is get those screws out right now, and I'll pull the radio back so that we can access those lights behind there. Now I got those screws out, so I just should be able to just pull it straight back. It sounds pretty bad, but that's what it's supposed to sound like from what I was told. And there you have it, just pops right out. So now I got access to everything that I needed to get to. So you got right there, there's the one light right there. They just, with the blue, and then there's one right back here. Okay, so the difference in these lights, and I heard him say it in the video about downfiring. Now this one is these here. These are the ones that shoot down, lights downward. So that one and this one, this is the blue. This is the one that is behind the vent. The one behind the vent and the one above the starter button are both down. You see there's that lens that shoots through. These blue ones go there. And then the red one comes out the side. That one is the one that's going to go to the tube that lights up above the glove box. So to get the light out of this little thing here, you see there's the little holes there. That's where these were. So I just had to pry this up to get it out of there. And then the next thing you do here is they want you to rate this ledge here. Let me get something to point at. That ledge right here, they want you to take a Dremel and like just grind it down a little bit so that when you lay this inside of it, that the wires will fit out the top. Okay, so here it is. Simply just, I ground these down with the Dremel here, and then there are two smaller tabs right there that I trimmed down, and then now I can just pop this back on. So here it is, put back together, and now I just have to stick it back up in there and then feed this wire down. So that's it, pushed back into the clip there, and then now I just gotta drop that wire down through the bottom here and then feed it over. So as you can see, I got it run down through here, and now I'll have to lay on the floor there and just run it across. I can run it up higher, obviously, to get it up by the level of that radio. So as you can imagine, after the one that's above the starter is the same exact one that's next to the vent. So here's this one here. So as you can imagine, this went fairly quick because I just did one, so it's pretty simple. I had to do that one from the passenger side. So I just got that popped back in. What I did, there's a control box right here. I plugged it in so this doesn't fall back down in there. So what they have you do is fold these wires back and then tuck this unit right up in there above that. I don't know if that's the radio amplifier or what, but all I got left is the light that goes to the tube on the other side. So I'll get this popped in and then I'll get that one out. I'm not sure. I think there's minimal modifications you have to do to that one, but it was nothing like the other two. So here is the glass tube right there. You see that? So when this is in there, that is pushed onto the tube, okay, and then it sits up in there. You got to rotate it this way and pull it out to get that off there. All right, so basically this one is that one I told you that shines through that hole. What they want you to do here is just trim that tab off the end so that the wires can come out of it, and that's pretty much it for that, because it's going to close down and you're going to want to come out this side. Okay, so in the actual Oracle video, they just show you cutting this little tab off the end, but I didn't like how the wires were looking, trying to squeeze it in there, so I just cut the whole top off so that the wires just go straight in, because this thing is like rock solid and that's nothing in there is going to move. So that's what I would recommend. So at this point, all I got to do is put it on the pipe, twist it up, and it's in, and then plug it in, and then I just got to hook power to it. And there you have it. I got to switch the fuse so that they only come on with the ignition. But that's pretty cool. So here you go with all the lights off. It's kind of hard to see the little ones over here, but with the camera, but it's pretty good. Now you can change it to any colors you want. Hooked up the app to it yet, but all I got to do is switch that fuse, and that way these lights will only come on when it's running. And hold on one second. So here's these little taps that go into this port on the top, and they just squeeze on, and they got little female ends for spade connectors. And then it looks like I'm going to tuck the wires right here because there's the most room right there. And just make sure when you put this back on that you don't block the ducts. So literally it just popped right back in, no problem. I just got to put the top 2 screws on, and I will get to that fuse so that I can show you which one that is. Okay, so I found it. It's this one right there. If I could get a good light on it. Of course not. This fuse right here has 2 slots in the same sections. Fuse number 54. So you have to pull it out of the left slot and move it to the right, and then that will change it to ignition. Okay, so now that I got that fuse moved, keys in the truck, and we just hit the power button, and boom, the lights come on. So now they'll only be on when you're driving it, and if you want to turn them off, you know, during the day or something, you could, but you could just leave them on all the time. And I'm gonna turn it off. Boom, they're off. So I think they look pretty badass. Kind of goes with the look of the truck. So I think I went over it pretty good. If there's any questions, you could just ask. I'll be more than happy to answer them. So if you like what you've seen, subscribe to the channel. I got something pretty big coming for this truck. It'll be the first one on the market, and I think a lot of people will be interested in it. I'm thinking about 2 weeks from now I'll be doing the video on that, and then they should be available for purchase shortly after. So I'm kind of like going to be the guinea pig of it. So more to come on that. I guarantee people will want to see that. So until next time, we'll talk later.